Mic check. 133, 34, 35. Hello. Why am I so awkward? Welcome to hashtag. Don't forget the hashtag. Welcome to hashtag TNT JoeFi, tech news that Jerome Ortega finds interesting. I am your host, Jerome Ortega. This is whatever episode you want it to be, because I lost count. This is also day something, whatever you want it to be in quarantine, because nobody cares, because we're all tired of being stuck indoors. And that's why you're probably sitting here watching me right now, because you just have nothing else to do. Hi, guys. What's going on? Welcome. Good afternoon. Happy Friday, TGIF. Even though lately it just seems like every day's a Friday. Or is it just me? I feel like I've been blessed with Pixel news every day. There's always something new to talk about. And that's not a bad thing, at least for my channel. But I mean, I remember even back in the day when I was always looking for just whatever Pixel news was coming out, I was just happy to get whatever I could. Oh, I also forgot to move my stories over. Because I'm talking like I'm 75 and I'm about to read you guys stories, which is actually what I am doing. But I'm moving them over now, so we should be good. So today we're going to talk about the Pixel 5. We'll also talk about the Pixel 4a. I'll give you a little info on like how the 4a has been treating me, and again, an update to the battery life on the Pixel 4a, and then just other thoughts that I've had since I've been getting the phone. Do I still recommend this phone at $350? Absolutely. I would recommend this phone all day, every day at that price point. And I have an article on how you can get this phone for less than $350. I think $250 or $240. I have to double check. Anyway, guys, welcome. Let me get into chat. Let me say hi to everybody. Team Vari was first in here with a good afternoon, folks comment. Yes, folks, good afternoon. Welcome. Who also said jingle all the way. Jerome, I can't talk like Arnold, so, but yes, jingle all the way. Brian is in here as well. Brian with Friday, TNT Joe Fi. That's right. Team Vari says, man, the Pixel 5's battery has me thinking what's Google's game plan? Hopefully it's bigger than 3,000 milliamp hours. Well, the article that I have is now stating that it's going to be more than 3,000 milliamp hours. The rumor that I covered in depth yesterday was that the battery for the Pixel 5 was going to be 3,080 milliamp hours, and now they're saying no, that's not true. Whoever you got that info from is crazy. But I guess we won't know until we really know for sure. So, but we'll talk about that. Kaji's Smart Tech, or is it Koji's? Either way, hi. Let me know how to pronounce it properly so I can get that right. Google is removing the Soli radar tech from the Pixel 5. No, thank you. I'm good. So, you like Soli's radar tech. You like facial recognition or face unlock on there, which is perfectly fine. I will say I am not the biggest fan of face unlock, especially right now because of COVID and having to put my pin in or pull my mask down, which is not what I'm going to be doing when I'm out in public. So like on the Pixel 4a, having the rear fingerprint reader, at least for me, is beneficial. I know people might feel differently about that, and that's perfectly fine. Really, the best case scenario here is you would have a phone that does both. And that probably has an in-display fingerprint reader as well. I mean, why the hell not, right? Give us all the tech at that point. But I hear you. I respect your opinion. But either way, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Deepak Murthy is in here. Hey, Jerome. Hey, Deepak. How's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Zane Beg is in here as well. Sup, Jerome? Sup? What's going on? Oddweight is in here as well. Sup, Jer? What's up, Oddweight? How's it going, guys? Hello. Edgar is in here as well. I love my Pixel 4a. Received it on Wednesday, and what a difference in performance from the 3a I had. Happy Friday. That's good to know. So I've never owned a Pixel 3a. I've only owned a Pixel 3 and a Pixel 4. I also owned a Pixel. No, did I own a Pixel 3 XL? I did. I think I returned that one and kept the Pixel 3 because that's what Google gave me for free. But that's good to know. I didn't think I knew that the 4A was going to be better performance-wise than the 3A, but I didn't know by how much. Is it a noticeable difference, Edgar? Like, let me know, because I'm curious. Since you've had it, and I'm sure, like in terms of like speed and lag, how that is turning out for you. But let me know. I'm curious how much better in terms of performance, in terms of just like everyday usage, in terms of the UI and just using it for everyday tasks. Like, is the difference kind of night and day, or is it just a little bit? Well, by the way, you say what a difference in performance. So I'm assuming it's a big bit. Oddweight is saying, I'm listing out my subscriptions here. Your subscriptions? Oh, you were talking about this yesterday. Oddweight yesterday was saying he spent $100 a month on subscriptions. Netflix, Amazon Prime, Apple Music, and Xbox Game Pass. $100 a month. I pay $3 a month for my streaming service. I have one. It's called Spotify. And I have the family plan, so mine is pretty cheap. Enforce is in here. Yo. Enforce, what's going on, man? Yeah, there you go. YouTube Advanced. Hey, that's what I use. Oh, Oddweight says YouTube Premium too. Can I save anything here? Huh? Hi, Oddweight. Moving on. Kaji. Gotcha. Kaji. Okay, so people are just everyone's listing out their subs. YouTube Premium, Spotify Premium, right? And I was telling Deepak this yesterday. If I was to pay for another streaming service, it would probably be YouTube Premium. Those are the two that I use more than anything else. Amazon Prime, I don't even have Amazon Prime. I use my mom's Amazon Prime, and then I just have stuff shipped out to me from there. N4 says Spotify Premium is neat. I had it for a month and maybe we'll subscribe next year for a year. If you can get a family plan, you can get it for super cheap, super cheap. Yeah, Deepak says I pay $25 to $30 total a month. That's not so bad. When someone says they pay $100 a month, that's very expensive, at least to me. So let's go ahead and let's get started. Let's talk about the Pixel 5. Let's talk about the Pixel 5. This is the phone that people are waiting for. Not only the Pixel 5, but the Pixel 4a 5G. These are the two phones I think that it's on a lot of people's radar. At least the Android people, at least the Pixel people, at least the Nexus people. This phone is on their radar. For someone like me, it's been on my radar for a long time. It always has been. All the Pixel phones, all the Nexus phones. This is, for me, when people get excited about the iPhone, when people get excited about a new Galaxy phone, like Pixel time, that's my favorite time of the year. Whenever I can get my hands on a new Pixel phone. I will be honest though, when the Pixel 3a got announced, I wasn't excited about it. I was like, why do I want a phone that doesn't have, better specs? But at the same time, I wasn't paying $800. Wow. I wasn't paying that much for a phone then, but the 4A really hits it out of the park at its price point. So let's talk about the Pixel 5 though. So this article from Slash Gear says the giant Google Pixel 5 leak seals the deal. The Google Pixel 5 just leaked in a very big way. This device was shown in renderings made from CAD drawings of the device, showing the device front, back, and sides. This view of the device essentially shares the entirety of the smartphone secrets, including camera placement, display size, we'll get into that in a bit, and I lost my place, fingerprint sensor confirmation, and relative spacing. The Google Pixel 5 shown here looks a whole lot like the Google Pixel 4a. The differences to the average onlooker will seem very, very inconsequential. The abilities given to the user of one or the other will vary in several key ways, starting with the camera. Up front, you'll see a single punch hole in the device's near full front side coverage, flat display. Why is that worded so weird? Up front, you'll see a single punch hole in the device's near full front side coverage flat display. It's a very long sentence. This camera is likely an upgraded module from the Google Pixel 4a, while it would appear that the rest of the front-facing sensors are either gone entirely or hidden under the display panel. I don't think they're hidden under the display panel. I can say without a doubt, let's say I'm 99% sure that the front-facing sensors are gone entirely. The only thing that's going to be there now is the camera. So this video came out. Whoever leaked it, Price Baba, and then OnLeaks, I think, leaked this. I'm going to mute this, although I don't think audio is playing. So this is the purported Pixel 5. All-screen display. You'll see a hole punch here on the top left of the display for the front selfie cam. And these bezels are thinner, at least from what I read, they're thinner bezels than on the Pixel 4a, which is great. Rear fingerprint reader. This is like the same matte finish. Now, I don't know if it's going to be a matte finish for the Pixel 5. I don't know if that's confirmed or not. And then, the same type of camera module in the back, except if I read that correctly, they are adding an ultra wide camera. All my videos of Greg Doucette, I've been watching that guy a lot lately. The Google Pixel 5 shown here is approximately these numbers of millimeters through most of its form with an 8.5 millimeter thickness with a camera array bump. This device will almost certainly always carry the most updated, most feature-packed version of Android direct from Google, which matches the main value proposition of each previously released Google Pixel phone. So here's a bigger CAD rendering or bigger leak or render of what it's supposed to look like. So for me, yeah, it looks like a Google Pixel 4a, but I think it looks good. If it has less bezels, even better, to give it a more front, like to give it a more screen to body ratio, like bigger screen to body ratio percentage, to give it less bezels, I'll take it. Let's just make sure that we can still use this earpiece for a stereo speaker. I'm sure it will be, and I'll be Gucci. I don't know why I said Gucci. The Google Pixel 5 will likely be launched in a single display size, removing the XL version from the equation. So there's so many rumors that keep going back and forth. Remember, I read a rumor that said it was only going to come in an XL version. It was only going to have this much battery size. And then now they're saying, no, the battery size is going to be gigantic. But they don't say how much bigger it's going to be. So imagery here comes from OnLeaks with Price Baba, as it generally goes. OnLeaks works with Price Baba to post the images, blah, 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 blah. So the images were created using CAD drawings sourced from somewhere along the manufacturing line before Google releases images of their own. These devices will likely launch in September of 2020. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to continue on here. This article from Android Central says the Google Pixel 5 will have a Snapdragon 765G, 90 hertz display, and an ultra-wide camera. So from all the rumors that we've been hearing, it looks like now there's some confirmation on at least the refresh rate, so 90 hertz. So for anybody that was hoping or wishing for 120 hertz, you're not going to get it for the Google Pixel 5. I'm sorry. For me, it's not a deal breaker. I'm okay with 90 hertz. I mean, honestly, I'd be okay without 90 hertz just to save battery, which, by the way, I'm going to cover the battery for the Pixel 4a today, day 2 usage of my Pixel 4a. Is that kind of oily? That's like a little smudgy from, you can't really see. Whatever. Here's your early look at Google's upcoming Pixels. I already showed you the 4a 5G, but what you need to know. Following new renders of the Pixel 5, there you go, we can reveal more hardware details about Google's upcoming phones. The Pixel 4a 5G will have a 6.2-inch display, and the Pixel 5 measures in at 6 inches. So that's new info as well. My light just went out. I swear, that battery, I just charged that battery. Give me a second, guys. I need to... Why? What happened? Hello, everyone in chat. I need to change the battery on my light. It was just charged. I don't understand. Give me a second. I'm going to put that battery in. We're doing it live. How many people did I lose on this stream? All of you? That's okay. I'll talk to myself. No, thank you guys for hanging on here. So the Pixel 4a 5G will have a 6.2-inch display, and the Pixel 5 measures in at 6 inches. I just said that. Okay, so this is, again, new news for the Pixel 5. There is at least some shred of confirmation here of the display size. Somebody yesterday was asking, well, I don't know if I want to get the Pixel 4a because I want something with a bigger display. Well, then here you go. So the Pixel 5 at 6 inches isn't going to be a ton bigger than the Pixel 4a, because this Pixel 4a, this Pixel 4a right here is 5.81 inches. So this is just the Pixel 4a. Well, okay, wait. Let me restart. So this Pixel 4a is 5.81 inches, I believe. The Pixel 4a 5G will be 6.2 inches, so it will be fairly bigger. That's what she said. And the Pixel 5 will be 6 inches, so just a little bigger than this Pixel 4a. So will it be a bigger display? Sure. By a lot? Not really. But I think the Pixel 5, what's going to be nice though about the Pixel 5 is it's going to be bigger in display than the Pixel 4a, but I think the form factor is going to be very similar because it's going to have slimmer bezels, which is a good thing. Not just me, but I feel like a lot of people would rather have a smaller form factor if they can just get smaller bezels, like an all full screen display. Okay. And then it says here, Qualcomm Snap 765G processor will power both phones. So for anybody who was hoping they were going to be putting a 768G or an 800 series chipset in there, I'm sorry to break it to you, but it looks like that's not going to be happening at all. All right, let's continue on. Google's Pixel 4a has already won our hearts as one of the best Android values of 2020. But as Google hinted at when the 4a was announced, it's not the only Pixel coming this year. We know the Pixel 5 and Pixel 4a 5G will be released in the coming months, and today we've obtained more info on the Pixel 5 and 4a 5G from people familiar with Google's upcoming phones. Let's start with display sizes. Okay, we just talked about this. The 4a 5G gets a slightly larger 6.2-inch one, but neither phone is all that large by today's standards. They're both bigger than the 5.81, so it is 5.81-inch Pixel 4a that's currently available, but not by a considerable margin. In fact, the Pixel 5 is about the same exact footprint as the 4a, just with smaller bezels. That's great. Because I'll be honest, this form factor here for the Pixel 4a, I prefer it. I like the smaller form factor. It's a good one-handed phone. And I would be happy with a Pixel 5 at around this, in the same form factor. Yeah, that's all I had to say. I was thinking if I had anything else to say with that. That means we don't have a proper XL model, which could be off-putting for some potential customers. That's very true as well. So for anyone who is hoping for maybe a Pixel 5 XL, that might not be in the cards. So you might have to just deal with the Pixel 5 with a 6-inch display. But I feel like a 6-inch display is plenty. I don't know. I also don't have the biggest hands in the world. This isn't going to help you decide how big my hands are, but trust me, I'm not. So for me, I prefer smaller form factor. We can confirm that the Pixel 5 will have an OLED screen with a 90 hertz refresh rate, though it remains unclear what specs we're looking at for the 4a 5G's display. So it's not going to be 90 hertz. I'm almost positive it's not going to be 90 hertz, not at the $500 price point. I'm assuming, sure, they'll give it a 6.2-inch display, and it'll probably just be a bigger version of the Pixel 4a. That's my assumption. Although I don't know if they are going to be adding that second camera. Maybe they will. Okay, we'll read into it and see what is this Android Central has to say. The Pixel 5 will also come equipped with dual rear cameras, including standard and ultra-wide options, an interesting change from the telephoto camera on the Pixel 4. So I'm confused here too. Are they saying that there's going to be no telephoto lens on the Pixel 5? I would imagine at $700, well, again, I don't know what Google is planning on doing with their main camera. If they're going to be upgrading the main sensor, fine. That's great. I just, you're going to get rid of the telephoto. Is that what's gonna happen now? We're just gonna get digital zoom or whatever instead. Um, I feel like every day there's new news and it changes, and I think at this point we just have to keep on our toes, and I'll just share whatever info I find, as ridiculous or as accurate as it can be. Um, so it says here, we also know that the Pixel 5's battery capacity will be considerably larger than the Pixel 4, and that the rumor of it being 3080 milliamp hours is entirely false. So whoever shared this info, whoever leaked that, this article is obviously refuting that claim of 3080 milliamp hours, which is great. Yesterday I spent a good amount of time bitching about how small a 3000 milliamp hour battery is. I ended up clipping that stream saying that if the Pixel 5 comes with a 3000 milliamp hour battery, it's going to be DOA. And I stand by that. So if they're going to put a considerably larger one, if they're planning to put a considerably larger battery in there, by considerably larger, I am guessing it needs to be at least 3,500 milliamp hours. Put at least 3,500 milliamp hours in there. I mean, you put 4,000 milliamp hours in there, I will praise Google for doing a good job on putting a 4,000 milliamp hour battery on a 6-inch Pixel 5. That'll probably do fairly well in terms of battery life. I'm assuming at even with a 90 hertz refresh rate because of the Snap 765G. On that note, the Pixel 5 will also support 15-watt Qi wireless charging and 5-watt reverse wireless charging. But again, we aren't sure if these things will be present on the Pixel 4a 5G or not. What we can say for sure about both phones is that they'll be powered by the Qualcomm Snap 765G processor, along with 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage for the Pixel 5. I was going to say, I don't think the Pixel 4a 5G is going to come with 8 gigs of RAM. Combine all of these specs with the leaked renders we saw earlier today of the Pixel 5, and it's becoming a lot clearer what kind of phone Google is getting ready to launch as soon as September 30. Google has confirmed that the 4a 5G will cost $500 in the US, but as of right now, the Pixel 5's price still remains a mystery. I don't know if it's really a mystery. I think most signs are pointing to $700, and I don't know if that $700 is going to be worth it. But I don't want to sit here and go through all of that again, because I feel like I say the same thing all the time about that. This is obviously not the most technically impressive phone the company's ever created, but if Google can sell it for around $600 or so, if they can sell this for $600, I would be thrilled if they can sell it at $600. We could be looking at one of the more interesting flagships of 2020. $600, yeah, I would love for it to be priced there. I don't know if that's going to happen. These two articles do not talk a lot about the Pixel 4a 5G. And I know a lot of people are waiting for the Pixel 4a 5G, and they will probably pass on the Pixel 5. Most likely because, one, it's cheaper, two, because it has the same chipset, and three, they probably don't need all the other extra bells and whistles that the Pixel 5 is going to be coming with, because I don't know how much of a necessity they really are. So, okay, so let's talk about what we know for fact, right? For the Pixel 4a 5G. For the Pixel 4a 5G, we know for a fact it's going to be $499. It's going to be a $500 phone. It's going to have a bigger display. We know that for sure now. Well, for sure, meaning rumor-wise, like this seems like a confirmed rumor, but we're looking at a $500 Pixel 4a 5G with a 6.2-inch display. So it'll be 0.4 inches bigger than this Pixel 4a here. but that's all we know. I think that's all they've really shared for the Pixel 4a 5G. The things that we can assume is that bigger display will be powered most likely by a bigger battery, while also the fact that the Pixel 4a has a Snapdragon 730, and then the 4a 5G will have a Snapdragon 765G, so faster processing power, 5G obviously, bigger form factor, bigger display, most likely a bigger battery, but we have no idea if it's going to be coming with an extra sensor or an extra camera sensor. Obviously, it's going to have the same camera sensor. It's going to have a rear fingerprint reader. It's going to be exactly like a Pixel 4a, except we don't. I think the big question here is it going to have an extra lens? Actually, that's a great question. So okay, people here in chat, if you're passing on the Pixel 4a because you're waiting for the Pixel 4a 5G, would you buy the Pixel 4a 5G at $500? Remember, this Pixel 4a is $350 right now. Would you pay $500 for the Pixel 4a 5G if it came with that 6.2-inch display, the 765G chipset, a slightly bigger battery, and then everything else is the same, but they don't add that second ultra-wide camera? Would you buy it at $500? Is that worth it to you? Or would you just buy a Pixel 4a instead? Because essentially, you're just getting a bigger display and a bigger battery. Well, no, you're also getting a better processor. So better processor, bigger battery, bigger display, $150 extra. Is that worth it? I feel like that's still kind of worth it. I think adding the extra ultra-wide lens on there is like icing on the cake, but I don't know if the Pixel 4a 5G is going to be adding that in. I would assume whoever got this information, that's the reason they're not saying it's not having that extra sensor, because I'm pretty sure it's not going to have it. I feel like they would have shared that. And what's scaring me is if that is the differentiator for the Pixel 5 and that's it, I don't know if the Pixel 5 is worth $700. If the camera experience on the Pixel 5 isn't going to be, they're gonna, Google can't be that dumb. Google can't be that dumb. Google has to put a better main sensor, a better camera sensor on the Pixel 5. Google can't be that dumb, can they? What do you guys think? Do you think Google is going to upgrade the main camera sensor on the Pixel 5? They have to, right? Otherwise, why are they going to be charging $700 for it? Not because of 90 hertz refresh rate, not because of wireless charging. Like, that's not worth the extra $200. Oh, it scares me. Because I want the Pixel 5. I do. If I find out that the Pixel 5 does not have an upgraded main camera sensor, I don't think I'm going to buy it. I don't think it's going to be worth it to me. Because why would I buy a Pixel 5 if the main camera sensor is going to be the same as the Pixel 4a 5G? Just because it has an ultra-wide camera on it? I mean, to be fair, the ultra-wide camera on my iPhone 11 Pro, yeah, it's useful when I need to take wide shots, but that camera sensor is not as good as the main camera sensor. So, like, I don't use that wide camera sensor as much as the main sensor. I use that wide one. Yes, I'll use it every now and then, but I don't use it all the time. I'm like internally thinking, if I'm going to be buying that Pixel 5 then. So, yeah, I don't know. All right, let me get into chat here. Let me say hi to everybody that I haven't said hi to yet. Oh, Ronaldo's in here. Hello, Jerome. What's going on, Ronaldo? What's up, man? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. And Force says, why pay for YouTube Prime when Vanced is a thing? I mean, that's true. That is why I use Vanced. Brian says YouTube Premium might be worth it to avoid these dumb political ads. Oh my God. I was just talking about that today. Those ads are ridiculous. They're such fear-mongering ads. Yeah, it's a mess right now. Big House Productions is in here. Hello, everyone. What's going on in Big House? Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you, man. Nice to see you. Oddweight says number of people excited for a phone is proportional to the marketing budget. Edgar says night and day difference. As far as performance, Edgar's talking about his 3A to the 4A. Apps load faster for sure. Either the increase in RAM or the new Snap 730G has to do with the difference, right? Yeah, I'm assuming a combination of the two. Edgar says I'm at 3 hours and 45 minutes on screen, or I'm at 3 hours 45 minutes screen on time with 55% left. That's great. If I can't remember, were you on yesterday, Edgar? But I shared my battery life with the stream yesterday after one full day of using the phone, and I got five plus hours of screen on time. But I was able to push that phone past 24 hours. I was 27 hours in and I still had, I think, 11% battery on the phone. I could have easily gotten like maybe 5 hours and 20 minutes or even longer than that, and longer standby as well. So for me, very impressive battery life for the Pixel 4a. Thank you for sharing your info there. Christian Ortiz. Christian, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. What's the bigger battery size now? No idea. Yeah, it was 3080 last time reported, right? Yep. 3080 was the reported milliamp hours for the Pixel 5. And but they're saying it's going to be, I don't know if they said exceptionally larger, but they're saying that the 3080 is entirely false. When somebody says entirely false, I'm assuming it's going to be much bigger for a battery. My hope is it's going to be at least 3,500 milliamp hours. Anything over that, I will be impressed. Why is my phone going off? Sorry, let me put my phone on silent. There you go, or do not disturb. 3,500 milliamp hours is what I'm hoping for on the Pixel 5 minimum. It's going to be like 3,480, I bet, or something like that. If it's going to be 4,000 milliamp hours, I will be thrilled. I'll be thrilled. Is it going to be worth $700 at that point? I need Google to upgrade the main sensors for it to be worth $700 to me. Okay, so let me scroll down here. Oddweight says, do a story on One UI 3.0 when that comes out. I mean, I could, but I don't even have a Samsung phone to really test One UI. I could definitely talk about it and we could talk about the things on it, but like, it's hard for me to give you my personal opinion unless I had a phone with Samsung's One UI. But definitely, if something comes out, I'll definitely take a look. Kaji says 2019 ultra wide camera is fun but not needed. Yeah, and it is funny because 2020 releases phone with an ultra wide camera. It is. You know what happens is I think a lot of it had to do with Apple, right? Because when LG was releasing these ultra wide cameras, nobody gave two shits. I mean, some people did. Obviously, there was a small niche of people that did, but most people didn't. But as soon as Apple did it, it was like, well, why doesn't this phone have an ultra wide camera? But I will say for the iPhone 11 Pro to come out with exceptional battery life, I think that set the stage for many other phones to make sure that their phones had great battery life on that. And the Pixel missed its mark for 2019 with the Pixel 4 when it came to battery. Brian is in here, A+ production. Are you talking about my light, man? Are you giving me shit? Brian, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Oh my God, I forgot. I need to email you, Brian. You were talking about like the membership tiers or whatever, right? For Facebook. I gotta hit you up on that. I'll do that after the show. Brian, nice to see you in here again. Welcome. Okay, let me scroll down. Deepak says, common Google, open your eyes or open your eyesight. We need an ultra wide. Edgar says, UFS. You guys are talking about you. Wait. So, for the Pixel 4a, I gotcha. All right. Vito Viziato. Am I saying that right? Is that Is that Italian? Viziato. That's like me pretending to pronunciate it right. Pronounce it right. Pronounce it right. Vito, how's it going, man? Welcome. Don't want smaller phone. So you're a Pixel 4a 5G kind of guy, yeah? Or a Pixel 5, or well, I don't know if there's going to be a Pixel 5 XL. Maybe not. Gboy 888, welcome, man. How's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. Keeping my Pixel 4 XL, but looking forward to a smaller footprint phone. Yep, me too. I welcome a smaller footprint phone. Glad to hear this Pixel 5 form factor news. Gonna definitely get a 5. There you go. Kaji says, I'm still waiting for Google and OnePlus to collaborate on a flagship device. Team Pixel, #Team Pixel Beast Mode. You're going to be waiting a long time, Kaji, because we talk about, I don't know how many times we mention a collaboration with Google and OnePlus on my stream, but we also talk about the collaboration of Google and Samsung. And I don't think either of those are gonna happen. I have no idea. DJ Shark 9000, welcome, man, bro. Twice in the same week I get to listen. hell yeah, DJ Shark 9000, welcome to the stream. Leon is in here as well. Leon W, what's going on? $599 or even $649 would be fine. For the Pixel 5, yeah, maybe. Let me think on that. $599, I think I could get on board with. I'll think about it. Starting some shit. What's up? Starting? What's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Roy J. Did I say hi, Roy J? I don't know if I did, but hi, either way. I was hoping the Pixel 4a 5G will have a 90 hertz refresh rate to kind of match the OnePlus Nord while reserving 120 hertz for the Pixel 5. Damn, Google. Yeah, I think honestly now that we've been reading the Pixel 5 rumors, I think the Pixel 4a 5G is just going to be a bigger version of the Pixel 4a with a 765G chipset instead of a 730. At least that's what it seems like. Leon also says refresh rates don't excite me. They don't excite me either. Honestly, they don't. I just want a phone that doesn't suck. Fair enough. Team Verizon says I can already smell the hate for the 700 series CPU. Big House says, nah, 5G still isn't ready. Nah, it's not. It isn't. It really isn't. Yeah. So you guys are answering the question I had. If you would get the 4A 5G. No, I wouldn't. I would just get the 4A. So Leon says he would. He says, yeah, it's worth it. Oddweight says, I wasn't buying either. The only thing that made the Pixel a good deal were the 3 generations of Android the phones got. Oh, support, you mean? But now Samsung offers the same level of support. Fair enough. Kaji says the hype surrounding 5G right now is ridiculous. Yeah. Kaji, I mean, I know I've seen you in here before, right? You've seen me. I think all of us in here, we gripe about 5G all the time and how broken that is. And actually, I have an article about that. And it's well, I don't know if it's about 5G, but this article says, surprise, surprise, carriers really don't want to test the coverage maps they advertise. Oh, that rhymes. Surprise, surprise. Carriers really don't want to test the coverage maps they advertise, probably because they'd have to admit lying about them, which is very true. And like, is that surprising? No, of course not. Carriers lying to us? Carriers pretending that they care about consumers and wanting to give us the best prices? Monopolies. Leon says, I have the 3A XL and the camera's great. Did Pixel cameras really get that bad in a year? No, is there some miscommunication here? I don't think it's not that the cameras are bad. The cameras are great. It's the fact that the cameras, I feel like, are just small steps from year over year. So the 3 and the 4 is a little better, but we're seeing the same kind of results on the 4A. Obviously, we're going to see the same kind of results on the 4A 5G. And that's why I'm making a big stink about the Pixel 5. The Pixel 5 needs to step up in its camera department. It really needs to like differentiate itself from the 4, from the 4A, from the 4A 5G, from the Pixel 3 from your Pixel 3a XL to justify its $700 price point. So otherwise, like Brian says, Google is dumb. Kaji says, I'm hopeful that Google will put a triple camera on the Pixel 5. Keep crossing those fingers, Kaji, because I don't know. It's weird to read that article saying that they're going to put an ultra wide, but they're going to get rid of the telephoto. What are they going to say for 2020? Nobody uses a telephoto anymore. We just use ultra wide. Oddweight says Google needs to understand that at this point they're selling a phone which comes free with good quality camera software. You're right, because look at how many people are installing Gcam on their OnePlus phones and they're getting very similar results. I mean, I've been getting similar results on my older OnePlus phones. I have camera comparisons on older OnePlus phones using Gcam, and some of the results are even indistinguishable. I know I made a camera comparison. I did a blind test with a Google Pixel 3 or 2 and a OnePlus phone. I can't remember which, but they were blind tests. And I didn't tell people what was what, and I like mixed it up, and those were good. They just take forever to make. Anyway, they were almost indistinguishable. And a lot of people preferred the OnePlus results during the day. We're not talking about night. Night, it's different. It's different. Deepak says the main sensor is long overdue. It really is. It truly is. Zane says, I'm only getting the 4A 5G if the phone has an extra camera, bigger screen, the better processor, or at least wireless charging. I don't think that extra camera's coming, guys. I really don't. I don't know. I could be wrong. Like, these rumors change every day. They change all the time. So maybe it will get it. Fear the Roof 42 is in the house. I'm here, but I can't really prove it. Well, I'll pretend you're here. Hi, Fear the Roof 42. Welcome. Gboy888 says, by the way, good positioning of your camera and tripod to make the screw you, Gboy. These are actually up here because I was filming last night. I was filming content for my other channel. I was like, it makes for some kind of like view. Shit, here we go again. Cable management solved, tripod for the win. Screw you guys. That's not why I did it. Maybe it is, just a little bit. All right. Jason Lim is in here as well. Better sensor and battery life will be key. Actually, yes. That's to me, Jason, that's the nail on the head. I couldn't care less. So this is my opinion on the Pixel 5. I couldn't care less if they add an ultra wide camera to it. I couldn't care less if they add a telephoto lens to it. Although I would like both of them, right? I would love both of them. But I need them to upgrade the main sensor. Then they can add these other ones in here once they fix the main sensor. And then battery life. Those are the two. Main camera sensor, and battery life. Those are the two things that need an upgrade for the Pixel 5. Stephen Anthony is in here. Stephen, what's going on, man? What premium Android phone should I get then? Pixel no longer on the list. What's your price point? I mean, that's a big factor, is how much are you planning to spend? If money is not a factor, God, what would I recommend? I mean, it's like, I can't recommend you this phone. This is the Huawei P40 Pro Plus, one, because it's $1,300, but also it doesn't have Google services. So let me think about that really quick. If your price point is like around $500, I would definitely, oh God, I don't know, because it also depends on what your priorities are. Is a camera a priority to you? Because if a camera is like really important, I would maybe think about looking at what's the best camera out there right now that gets updates on phones and uses Google services. The Note 20 Ultra, is that the phone to get right now? If you're not buying a Google Pixel, I'm trying to think, guys. Otherwise, like if $500 is your price point or something, I mean, why wouldn't you? Like there were deals recently for the OnePlus 7T Pro for $400 with 128 gigs of internal storage. I don't know. I'm sure you've replied already since I've been going through this, but I'll get to it as I scroll down here. Deepak says, I know Google will go crazy and price the flagship 5 for $750 minimum. I hope not. I really hope that's not what happens. Starting says, why am I seeing in this Android Central article 3 cameras on the OnLeaks price bow Pixel 5 renders? Or is that an IR lens? I'm just asking, not saying. Someone tell me. I don't know if it's an IR lens. Is it the flash? Yeah, because I don't think anyone's claiming 3 cameras on that Pixel 5 render, right? Where is that video again? Do I have that video here? God damn it. No, that's not the right article. Oh, here it is. No, that's not the flash. What is that then? So maybe I don't know. Somebody will help out here. Okay, let me read through the rest of these comments here. Fear the Roof 42 says, I agree with the idea of OnePlus taking with Google. Hashtag Team One Poogle. I'm gonna copyright this before someone steals it. Yeah, or make that your hash, or make that your handle. Go get the handle right now. Brian says Google might not reveal that the 4A 5G extra camera to prevent killing sales on the 4A, but the bigger battery, screen, and Snapdragon 765G are a given. Like, fingers crossed. I mean, I would love to see the 4A 5G have that extra camera sensor on there. That would be great. And you know, it does. It makes a lot of sense. Brian says, I think it's going to be, so you think it's going to be the telephoto then, because they probably have extra spare parts lying around because they killed the Pixel 4 so early. But if they put the telephoto in there, they need to put that telephoto in the Pixel 5, right? Because why would they can't say, here's your Pixel 4a 5G, here's the main sensor, and here's a telephoto, and then here's the Pixel 5, here's your main sensor, and now we're adding an ultra wide, but no telephoto. You can get that on the 4a 5G. Google, god damn it, Google. Brian with the $1 super chat. Brian, thank you for the support, man. Thank you so much. I'm about to cross my hands and say thank you. Thank you for that continued support as always, Brian. Always supporting the channel. Appreciate you so much, man. Thank you, buddy. Let me scroll down here. Gpac says, I'm doing a lot of comparisons between the OnePlus Nord with Gcam, Pixel 4, and Pixel 3. Very, very similar picture quality, and I'm not surprised because I've done that testing. I've done similar testing myself, and I've had similar results. And I have another super chat from Bert Kuhn. Bert, I don't think I've had a super chat from you before. A $5 super chat. Wow, man. Following you since your first review of the Moto X Pure. Glad to see you doing good work. Bert, thank you so much. Thank you for being, well, you're an OG supporter. If you've been around since back in the day, that was 5 years ago, man. So thank you so much. I think just coming up on 5 years. I think I started in September of 2015, something like that. Bert, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thank you for that support, man. It means a lot to me, guys. That kind of support really helps me offset costs. It helps me do what I do, and it gives me the opportunity to do these live streams daily. For how long have I been doing these live streams now? For a while. And I really enjoy doing it. And you guys supporting this way really, it means a lot to me. So thank you, guys. Thank you. Bert, thank you so much. Thank you for being an OG supporter, man. Appreciate it. All right, let me scroll down here. Starting says, by the way, is the quote Pixel 4a SIM tray the same as on the Pixel 4? Hashtag inquiring minds. I assume it is, right? Am I wrong? So the only difference is the SIM trays are in different places. So I don't know if I can. God damn it. It's too hard to see. That's what she said. I'm so dumb. So the SIM tray for the Pixel 4a is down here on the left. They're both on the left still, but the Pixel 4a is down here, and then on the Pixel 4, it's higher up on there. But why did you want to know? Did you want me to like take them out and interchange them? I don't have a SIM ejector tool on me right now, but I can check later and let you know. Maybe hit me up on Twitter. I've been trying to use Twitter lately because I don't know why. I feel like I should use Twitter more. But you can like hit me up there and be like, Jerome, I asked you a question. Now go do it. I'm so far behind in everybody trying to get a hold of me, and I just, yeah. Anyway, okay, Mario is in here as well. Mario, what's going on, man? Welcome. So now that Pixel 5 is supposed to be 6 inches and the Pixel 4a 5G 6.2 inches, they need to make their mind up. So like reading this, at least because I read so much tech news, I feel like this is legit. I feel like the Pixel 5 is going to be 6 inches. It sounds so... The Pixel 4a 5G 6.2 inches. And then the Pixel 4a 5.8 inches. Again, what I like about the Pixel 5 is it's going to be a bigger display, not by a lot. It's going to be a bigger display than the Pixel 4a, but it's going to be almost the exact same footprint, if not maybe the same footprint, which I'm excited about because you get a better screen to body ratio on there. Okay, let me scroll down. Brian says no 20 Ultra. See, that's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah, Mario says I meant to say the Pixel 4a 5G. I got you, bro. I got you. Tony, what the hell is this bullshit? AT&T 5GE. Are you just finding out about AT&T 5GE now? Yeah, that is bullshit. It's been bullshit for a long time, and the FCC, I don't know. I have stuff actually. I have an article here about the FCC, but yeah. Amanda, LG Velvet on AT&T. What? Amanda? And the service is not the greatest. Sucks. T-Mobile wins in Ohio. Did I talk about something here? Was it when I was talking about carriers lying about coverage? Oh, maybe that's what it was. Are you using voice to text also? Is that why it's saying Amanda? Tony, welcome, man. How you doing? He says here, hello, Phone Jerome. Hello, Tony Pazzo. Nice to see you, man. Zane Bag says, but they canceled the Pixel 4a XL, had an extra camera. Oh, but the canceled Pixel 4a XL had an extra camera. So why wouldn't they add it for the 4a 5G? Wait. I'm confused. Are you... Because the 4a XL and the Pixel... Or, the 3a XL? Wait. So, like, I don't know much about the Pixel 3a. The Pixel 3a and the Pixel 3a XL... Are the cameras exactly the same, or does the 3a XL have an extra camera on it? I actually don't know. Anyway, we'll continue. Lewis is in here. What's up, bro? What's up, Lewis? How's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you again. Appreciate you stopping by again. Team One Poogle. There you go. Courtesy of Phone Jerome. The artist formerly known as Fear the Roof 42. Team One Poogle, welcome to the stream. Jason says, when you have always on display, reverse wireless charging, maybe 90 hertz or 120 hertz refresh rate, a slightly larger battery may not do justice. Very true. Give us 4,000 milliamp hours. In the end, users just turn off features to save battery. I'm one of those users. That's what I did on my Pixel 4a. I've turned off many of the features on the 4a, the Pixel 4. I'm one of the many people that has turned off features on the Pixel 4 just to save battery because the battery was so awful. So awful is not maybe the right words for it. Subpar battery, not as good battery for the price. Again, $800 for this phone. $800 for this phone for 64 gigs of internal storage and a subpar battery. Okay, let me scroll down here. Tony says, I didn't mean to say Amanda. I meant to say I am on the LG Velvet. Thank you, Tony. Thank you for letting us know. Yes, I'm using voice to text. I assume so with Amanda there. Yeah, Brian says the 3A and the 3XL have the same camera. So yeah, I don't know. I got confused somewhere there. Y says, hey, Y, how's it going, man? I hope the price is $599, $699 is still too much. I agree. Also, not knowing the main camera sensor, I need to know if that price is going to be worth it. The honest truth is I'm still probably going to buy both of those phones. I will probably buy the 4A 5G and I will probably also buy the 5, but I'm not going to keep both of them. Here's the thing too. This Pixel 4A, I think I'm going to keep it because I really don't think you can beat this $350 price point. This is, I'm not afraid to say it. At this point, this is the best phone you can buy for $350. What other phone can you buy brand new for $350? Nothing. I said that on Twitter yesterday. Nothing can touch it at $350. I think it's a great price that does a lot of things right. The 4A that I've been using, the only time I experienced lag was when I first installed 18 million apps on it when I was like starting off. And then I might have had a hiccup opening an app once, and I can't remember what it was, but that was it. Like, other than that, it's been more than not, I would say 90% of the time has been a fluid experience. Is there lag on it? A little bit so far, but it's not crazy. It's not to the point where I am actually getting upset using it, which is a good thing. But I want to, the only way I'm going to keep the Pixel 5 is if they upgrade the main camera sensor on that phone. That's the only way I'm going to keep the Pixel 5. If the Pixel 5 only adds the ultra wide sensor on it, I'm just going to get it to test out that ultra wide sensor and do a camera comparison and then return it and then keep the 4A 5G. Wow. Yeah. I think that's how it's going to be for me. Okay. All right. Let me go back into chat here. Starting says, because I'm getting a new service and I want the SIM I use on my existing phone to fit in the Pixel 4a 5G. The SIM card size for the Pixel 4 is the same size as on the Moto I use. Oh, you're talking about the SIM card? Yeah, they're all nano SIMs. You should be fine, right? I want the SIM I use on my existing phone to fit in the Pixel 4. Yeah, as long as you have a nano SIM, you should be fine. Am I reading this wrong, or is that what you're asking? I thought you were asking me if I could put the SIM tray on my Pixel 4 in the 4A. If you're just talking about the SIM size, yeah, they're the same SIM. So you should be able to just swap it out, no problem. Y says, hope it's around 4,000 milliamp hours. That's my hope too, man, for sure. T1 Poogle says, sorry, I got to head out early. Probably should get back to work. Later, I'll fear the Route 42. Now, Team 1 Poogle, have a good day at work, man. Appreciate you stopping by and coming in the stream. Zane says the Pixel 4a XL was canceled and people have the back plastic back, which had 2 camera lenses. Why am I? Oh, you're talking about that the canceled version of it or whatever. Yeah, that's I forgot about that. That's right. Didn't somebody have like a, or was that that was the Pixel 4a XL, and it did have 2 cameras on it. So yeah, maybe yeah, like Brian was saying, maybe it does. I don't know. Brian says price should be $550 to $579. I'd take it. Y says, I don't think a change in the sensor is still worth the $699. That's Velvet money, and that one is overpriced. But that's still a Velvet that doesn't have a great camera on it. At least not a camera that's comparable to a Pixel. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you. Like, $700 is still a lot of money. I'm just trying to justify what it would take for me to actually keep to charge $700 on there and say, yeah, I'm not returning it. For me, I would need an upgraded main camera sensor. But yeah, no, I hear you, man. I mean, $700 is still a lot of money for a 765G chipset. Team Verizon says, Jerome, we need a camera shootout. So here's the thing. And you're going to get a camera shootout, Team Verizon. All of you will get a camera shootout. It's coming. I took pictures with my Pixel 4a, my Huawei P40 Pro Plus. I just have not had the time. Like literally, I was, here's the thing. At one point, I was thinking about hiring an admin to help me do some of my other work because I just don't have time to do everything I'm doing. But I'm going to take this weekend to do some night shots and like put one video together and have that video out by this weekend. I promise you, a camera shootout will come out this weekend, at least one video, even if it's half-assed, it's coming out. So, but yes, I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on it. Why 2019 says even $600 is okay. I think it's a very expensive mid-ranger. That's a great way to put it. It's an expensive mid-ranger, but is to the point of being fair enough. You nailed that right on the head. That is a great way of saying it. That's a great way that I would put it as well. Deepak says here, Google has kept the same sensor because they want to optimize the software as much as possible. Yeah, that's you know what it reminds me of? It's like video game systems, right? Like look at Nintendo, look at Super Nintendo. Like I'm obviously talking about like old school video game systems, but all systems do that. When the Nintendo first came out, they had they had good games, but like as the system matured, they were able to optimize the hardware a lot better to make better games and make things just work better. And that's what Google's doing with this camera, but they really, I think they have now reached the point of, I won't say optimal performance from that camera hardware, but it's time that they need to look into something else. And hopefully they've been doing that. Hopefully they're a $1 billion trillion dollar company, right? Alphabet's a $1 trillion company or whatever. They have the money to do it. So hopefully they have somebody doing the research to get their shit right. Why says Jerome, you should look at the Moto G9 Plus and E7 Plus leaks. I'll take some time. I know, man. There's so much more than just Pixel talk. It's just the Pixel stuff is what really gets me excited. It's also because I'm very invested in those phones. But yeah, no, definitely something to take a look at. I also have all these other stories, and I feel like I can't even get to them because I just don't have time today. Okay. Yeah, starting says, yeah, you're reading it right. Thanks. Yeah, no. Same sim, man. So no problem. You should be able to swap that out. No big deal. Okay. Starting also says, okay, I got a nap. I got to go to a late night orientation at my new job. But before I go, who's going to risk it all to catch Tenet in the theater? Looks like starting is hashtag got him. That's not happening. I'm not going. Enjoy starting. Hopefully it's going to be, hopefully it'll be worth it. Let me know how the movie is. I didn't realize it was coming out. It's coming out today. I had no idea. Okay. Tony Kim is in here. Tony, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Y also says, seems Motorola is going Redmi in multiple ways, like a lot of releases and value for money. That's a great thing though. I'm glad to see Moto doing that, and hopefully they're going to get their phones right. I feel like some of their phones are good deals. I think what they need to do is just figure out how to make that formula work altogether, because now the competition is going to be tough. The competition for the $350 segment is going to be tough. I'm waiting to see what's going to beat this. I'm waiting to see what's going to beat this Pixel 4a at $350. So as we continue, I actually want to talk about getting the Pixel 4a for cheaper than $350. It's not the best way to do it, but you can get a Google Pixel 4a for just $240 right now. And here is how you do it. You got to go with Verizon. It's not something I like to recommend, but if you are on a budget, if you're looking for a good bang for your buck, the Google Pixel 4a is already worth the money at $350. But if you can't afford $350 and you want to save a little money, you can get it from Verizon for $240. You can save $110. So Here's how you have to do it. Verizon is now offering select customers a chance to buy the Pixel 4a for just $240. The deal is valid only for new Verizon customers or existing customers purchasing a new line. That's the only way you can do it. It's the only way you can do it. Get a new line or be a new customer. But you can get it at $240. I always like to promote good deals on here, and that might be a good way to get a good deal on a phone. The question is, how much are you going to be paying for a plan on Verizon? Because I have no idea how much Verizon plans are. I have never used Verizon except when I was at my old job, because at my old job, they gave me a company phone, and I think I had Verizon and I had Sprint. I worked in IT, so I had a BlackBerry all day, and I had a hotspot, and I had a laptop, and I had multiple services for stuff. But that was the only time I had Verizon. From what I know, Verizon plans are very expensive. I've said this many times. I'm very lucky because my T-Mobile plan after taxes, I pay less than $22 a month. That's what I pay for my phone plan. So I have two lines and I pay $45 tops after taxes for two lines. Very cheap for me. Anyway, it says here, moreover, the deal requires you to get on a 24-month payment plan with Verizon for $10 a month. There's no need to make a down payment. There's also no option to pay the reduced price of $240 up front. If you meet those requirements, you can get the Google Pixel 4a from Verizon with a discount of $109. That's a pretty good deal. It's definitely a good deal, but remember here, you're required to get on a 24-month payment plan with Verizon for $10 a month. I know a lot of people don't have a problem paying $10 a month for 24 months, but the reason they're doing that is because they're trying to keep you on their service for 2 years. So you want a $110 discount on a Pixel 4a, you can get it, but you got to get a new line with Verizon, or you got to be a new customer on Verizon and you're stuck with them for 2 years. I don't know if it's really worth it at that point, but I just thought I would share it. And that's it. I think that's it. I do have a couple other stories. I was going to get into them today, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. I want to get into chat though real quick here. DJ Shark says it's a great price, but it's hard to beat buying a good condition S10 for $400. That's a fair point. I mean, when we start talking about the $400 sector, like, yes, the S10 also probably has a great camera on it. You know, that's a good thing. Because I think about like the OnePlus 7T Pro or the OnePlus 7T or whatever at around $400. And you might not have the best camera on it, but you have a decent camera with a much better processor, probably a better battery as well. Although my battery on my Pixel 4a has been really good lately. Actually, that's what I need to talk about before I skedaddle. Let me scroll down here and just go through the rest of the chat. Tenet, not Tenet. Tenet premiere August 27th. Oh, so next week. I'm going on the 29th. Mask and eye protection on like a condom. Peace out. Later starting. Enjoy, man. I'll talk to you soon. Ray says $100 a month for 2 lines with unlimited. Not sure about the smaller plans. It's not so bad. That's not so bad. I feel like $50 is the max I would be willing to pay for a single line. I really don't think people should be paying more than $50 a month. Y also says BlackBerry 2021. I had a story here on the BlackBerry. See, I had stories today. I just don't have time to get through all of them. But yeah, maybe we can talk about that another day. So what I'm going to do before I close things out is I'm going to talk about day 2 with the Pixel 4a on battery. So the battery life on the Pixel 4a has been really good for me, like surprisingly good. The first day using the phone, I was able to get 27 hours of usage, right? Not that I was using the phone for 27 hours straight, but I unplugged the phone at like 7 a.m. and I didn't plug it back in until 10 a.m. the next day. So I was able to go an entire day and still have enough battery the next day to even go out and go for like a 2.5 hour walk. And I charged it with 10% battery left or 11%. And I was able to get 5+ hours of screen on time. So yesterday on the Pixel 4a, I didn't use the phone as much. I didn't use the phone as much, but I did take some time to record video because I was recording video for my other channel or whatever. And so I will share the stats on that. So yesterday's battery life, so before I started the stream, I took a screenshot at 1:56 p.m. I had 33% still battery, right? So 33%, and this is over 24 hours of usage still, with 4 hours plus of screen on time. 4 hours plus of screen on time with 33% still. If we look at what I was using it for, so 24%, well, 46 minutes of camera usage. And I think I used video. I mean, I was recording video and I recorded about, I think 40 minutes worth of video. So using video, using your camera phone for video eats up a lot of battery. And I use about 40 minutes worth. And again, I'm still over 20. So right now I haven't charged my phone yet. What am I at now? So I'm at, give me a second. I'm at 32%. So I'm down 1% from when I took this over an hour ago. Obviously it's not that big of a difference, but it has great standby time. I used YouTube. It says here 2 hours and 26 minutes. I think it's saying that because I push stuff to my Chromecast back there on this TV. So maybe that's why it's saying that. I use Spotify for 49 minutes. And then Telegram, Instagram. There's not a lot of usage on the phone, but still 4 hours of screen on time. I am now, how many hours in here? So at this point it was 26 hours. And right now I'm about 28 hours off the charger. It's not bad. And so I'm really impressed with the battery. I would have been happy with this kind of battery life on the Pixel 4. I haven't turned anything off on my Pixel 4a. Always on display is on, right? Like the only differences I've changed, like digital well-being is on. The only differences I made is stuff's on dark mode. The UI is on dark mode. YouTube is on dark mode. All my other apps that I use that offer dark mode is on dark mode. But other than that, the battery is good on it. So not really much to complain when it comes to battery life on the Pixel 4a. Again, it's going to be hard to beat this phone at $350. We can talk about even how that competes against the iPhone SE, and the iPhone SE might have the A13 Bionic chip and have like great raw performance, but the iPhone SE has awful battery, doesn't even have a full screen display like this Pixel 4a. And the camera can't be beat on the Pixel 4a. It'll probably be really comparable in the day, but at nighttime, I think the Pixel 4a still beats, it'll beat the iPhone SE. I don't even have to do a test on that. If I had a SE, I'd love to, but anyway. Okay, let me scroll down here. Big House says, yes, why? I like what both Moto and Xiaomi are doing. For sure. Homer Simpson voice. Pixel 4a. I love how like Team Barai has the same references as I do for a lot of stuff. I think we grew up around the same time. I'm assuming, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Let me scroll down here. Big House says, yes, Team Barai. The more I hear talk about the 4a, I keep wanting to swipe my credit card. Big House, just hold off until the 4a, 5G, and 5 get announced. Then you can make a decision on what you really want. Deepak says Moto and Xiaomi are giving lots of choices for the average Joe. For sure. Big House says exactly, Deepak. That's why I rock with them. Average Joe devices, lots of options. Yep. Brian says, I just want the biggest battery on the Pixel because I use hotspot with visible wireless. Great point. There you go. The unlimited hotspot is unbeatable, invisible. I never even... How much is that hotspot? Or are you saying hotspotting on your... you're hotspotting on your phone, right? That's what you're saying. I thought you had a hotspot device. Yeah, no. If you're doing that, you might as well. right? Get the best battery for it. Team Fry says most likely Jerome. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So all right, guys, I didn't even get to do my marketing thing today, but that's okay. It's Friday. It is what it is. If you guys haven't had a chance, please hit that like button. If you guys could just do that for me, at least I would really appreciate it. It helps support the channel. It helps people find the channel, I think, algorithmically. If you guys are not a subscriber, I don't know what you're waiting for. Hit that subscribe button. I do stream weekdays at 2 p.m. Central. That is 12 p.m. Pacific time and 3 p.m. Eastern time, Mondays through Fridays. I do make higher production videos that are way, way overdue, but they're coming. They're coming. And I think that's it for today. So I do want to thank everybody for stopping by. Want to thank everybody for coming in here and chatting it up, saying what's up to everybody and all that good stuff. Guys, thank you so much for always being part of the community, for liking, subscribing. If you have a chance to share the video or stream, that's great too. But that's it for me. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Come back on Monday, 2 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. We'll do it all over again. Maybe there's going to be new Pixel news. Maybe there won't be, and we'll talk about other phones instead. Xiaomi's and Realme's and Oppos and Vivos and Blackberries and Samsungs and LGs. And here comes the music because I'm done. See you guys Monday. Have a good one, guys. Take it easy. Bye.